Seah.
Hi.
Hi, what's your favourite line from the Book of Boba Fett, Chapter 5?
Mine's a two-parter. Smooth as a gonk scomp jack.
I think we definitely need a... And I think we'll have as well, because this is the first time ever...
Oh my God!
We've picked the same line.
All right, do you want to do half of it then and I'll do the other half?
No, I've got another one.
You got another one? Oh, okay. Excellent. Yay. It's surprising that it's taken that long for us to do it, that, actually.
It is, yeah. But I mean, that is an
ways.
exceptional line.
It's an exceptional line.
An exceptional delivery.
Branwen.
Hello.
What is your second favourite line from the Book of Boba Fett, Chapter 5?
They're quite furry. Very furry. Lots of issues.
Incredible.
I don't know why I didn't pick that first, to be honest, because when I first watched that episode, that line
was the one.
Haunted me.
I had that down as well.
You're listening to Sisters of the Force, a Star Wars podcast with me, Branwen.
And me, Seah.
Woo, and we're here to discuss the Book of Boba Fett, Chapter 5, The Return of the Mandalorian.
Oh
dun,
my
dun,
God.
This is, as I've repeatedly stated throughout this podcast, my favourite episode of Star Wars television.
Yeah.
I'm going to go as far as to say it's my favourite episode of any television, and it's my favourite bit of Star Wars ever.
Interesting.
That's huge. That
is huge.
Massive. I mean, I think it's joint top TV episode ever with Strange Things Season 4, Episode 4.
Okay.
Goodbye, Billy, or whatever it was called, which broke me for days.
That was hard.
The end of that.
That was
with
so
Kate Bush.
hard.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
That was a
And
good bit of
Sadie
TV.
Sink. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so was this. For many different reasons, this always makes me cry. But for very different reasons.
Very different reasons.
Of joy.
I'm really excited to talk to you about this and kind of find out what it is. What is it? What's going on? That's a big question, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a whole load of things, which I think we'll get into as we go through it. Yeah,
okay.
I mean, hopefully by the time I've rabbited on for very long, which is why we're only doing one episode this time around, it'll be
clear.
Explanation enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because I loved it. I love this episode. It's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am missing Grogu.
Oh, yeah, Grogu's not in it, is he?
No, not at all.
I mean, we see a little shape. Yeah. He is mentioned.
He's mentioned.
But yeah, I know what you mean. I've not really thought about that. I mean, I love Grogu, but he's not the only thing I love about the show.
No, of course.
That he's in. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure why it hits me like it does every single time I watch it.
Interesting.
There's lots of layers. A lot of it is to do with Bryce Dallas Howard, who directed it. As I've said before, I think she's a phenomenal director of Star Wars TV. There has been people talking online a lot about the fact that as Dave Filoni has now taken over as co-president of Lucasfilm, there's been talk for a while about him having a film to direct, which is like a culmination of the Mandoverse / Ahsokaverse.
Right.
And it would have characters from Skeleton Crew and Book of Boba Fett and Mando and Ahsoka, all culminating with a big, like, Thrawn-style finale.
Right.
Potentially a film, but Kathleen Kennedy recently said that that's on the back burner.
Oh.
And everybody who's sort of invested in Star Wars has been sort of, well, invested in the Mandoverse particularly, has been sort of like a bit disappointed, I think, that we thought this is where we are heading.
That's where we're
and
going.
now we're thinking, is this going to be wrapped up in Ahsoka Season 2 and it's going to be a bit of an anticlimax maybe? I don't know. But the talk online has been, why are they not giving Bryce Dallas Howard that film? Like, if Dave's too busy, he'll still be able to, like, executive produce it.
He'll still be there.
Oversee it. But she would be the perfect candidate. She did an amazing episode of Skeleton Crew in that series.
Okay.
And she's doing 2 in Ahsoka Season 2. And she's done this, and she's done 1 in every Mando season.
Yeah, yeah.
She's, like, very consistent throughout of everything, and she's a fan favourite. There's very few people who don't rate her as a Star Wars director.
Yeah, sure.
I watched a few little interviews with her last night because I just, I wanted to
research.
sort of... Yeah, I guess it's research. We're actually doing work for the podcast. And she was talking about how close she was with the Lucas family, which I know we've mentioned before because of her dad, Ron Howard. Apparently she got really friendly with Natalie Portman around the time of the prequels, just because of like the gang that she was hanging out in.
Yeah.
And she really wanted to go and shadow her dad when he was directing Solo. And at first he was like, no, you can't, no. I'm directing a film. And I think they were under a lot of time pressure because he got brought on partway through. But she persuaded him in the end, and she did go on set and got to know the people at Lucasfilm. And now the house that she lives in has the twin sons of Tatooine painted as a mural on the outside of it.
Wow.
Like she's so... Yeah, she's very much in love with Star Wars. And I feel that comes through in this episode. I think that's a big part of it because I feel her love in it. Yeah. And I don't know, there's so many things about this episode that hit me. And I'll try and bring them up as we get to them.
Okay.
Very short recap they gave us.
Yeah.
Really
yes. Hardly anything.
Yeah.
Just the headlines,
kind of the
really.
End. Yeah, the last bit of the last episode, really.
Yeah. I suppose a lot of it isn't necessarily relevant to this episode.
True, yeah.
Because that's what the recaps are, really, aren't they? They're just what is relevant to what you're about to see.
Yeah, that's very true. And because it should have been recap of Book of Boba Fett, there's nothing because we're completely sidestepping, and it would have been a bit weird if they'd put recaps of Mando and Grogu, a big recap about that. So it does make sense.
Yeah.
And I think it just left us like, what are we going to get?
What's is happening?
Which is what the first time round I think I was saying the whole way through.
Because obviously it was massively teased at the end of the last episode of Book of Boba Fett because we got the theme and we got the reference to the muscle.
But I didn't think we were going to get a whole Mando side quest. Yeah. I thought we were just going to get Fennec finding him somewhere, little blaster fight with somebody to get him out of a difficult situation.
Yeah.
And then back to Boba,
absolutely not. This is where we were going to go.
Going to happen.
Boba's not actually in this episode, is he? He's talked about, but he's not in it.
Yeah, he's in the credits because he's in the recap, I guess. So I guess he gets credited because of that. But he's not actually.
Incredible.
Such a wild swing. And people weren't happy.
Oh, for God's sake.
I think we've learned to live with it.
I've had enough of these people. They need to go away.
Yeah, exactly. Right, so this opening scene is pretty brutal.
Mando's on job.
Yeah, we just pick him up mid-job.
It's really brutal. It's a grim place. Do you know what it reminded me of? This is not a franchise that I expect you'll have had anything to do with, but...
You know me.
I do. It's a very Saw building that he's in.
Do you know, I've never seen any of the Saw films, but I have seen clips of some of them. So I kind of got the gist, and I got
It's a meat packing place, isn't it? But it's... But
it's an abattoir / butcher,
Yeah. It's very Saw.
It's quite horror generally, and like the hanging translucent curtains that when we get his silhouette. I mean, it's very like Western as well, but it is because of the nature of it being in this. Yeah, it's very horror, just for a little moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really. I've been noticing it a lot, but we've not really brought it up. There's a particular iteration of, it's not even the Mando theme, it's just a little figure, which is like a high harmonic of the recorder. Because the recorders, these big bass recorders that Ludwig plays on, have that kind of rich, warm, deep, woody sound.
Yeah.
But you can blow harmonics with them as you can with most wind instruments, where you sort of overblow them. That's how flutes work, effectively.
Yeah.
And there's this high-pitched recorder squeal that happens occasionally, and it's usually got loads of reverb on it, and it happens as he walks through the drapes, and it's like horror Mando, because it's not a pleasant
No, it's not a pleasant sound at all. As someone who regularly teaches 25 children recorders, I hear a lot of recorder overtones, and it's grim.
Yeah. You just need to like reframe it as like Mando doing something
I just wear
violent. Yeah. But I think we hear it later on in the episode. It's the sound that we hear often from Mando. It's sort of one of those things where, is it music? Is it sound? It's kind of both.
There's a lot of that in this episode, actually. There's quite a few moments of, I'm not sure whether that's a music cue or a sound cue, but I like it.
Yeah. I'd love to know how much interaction, because I keep going on about Bryce, how much interaction they have with the composer. Because obviously Ludwig and his colleague have composed the whole season. So they've got a through line and they've got motifs and themes that they're going to keep reusing.
Sure.
But each director must have some of their own ideas, as directors do, some more than others, some are less musically minded than others. Yeah, it's just interesting. I'd love to hear more about that. Maybe I need to rewatch the little gallery episode I shared the other day, because I think they probably talk about that in it.
Exciting.
There's another crime boss who's just sitting chilling.
Who are these guys, please?
This is Kaba Baez, who's a Klatooinian. They're the same species who raided the fishing village in Sanctuary in season 1.
I thought I recognised them.
They got that dog vibe going on.
Yeah.
And that, incidentally, was Bryce Dallas Howard again. So there's a link, because we have seen Klatooinians in Mando, I think, and Book of Boba since.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. But this is definitely featuring them again.
Yeah. Maybe she likes them.
Yeah. I don't know why they're horrific.
They are.
Actually, no, to be fair, they're not that bad. No. They're worse. The ones in Sanctuary are pretty horrific, but the ones
these ones are fine.
In this one, even this guy, we don't really know what he's done. He's just running an abattoir.
We're just going to murder him quite quickly.
We're just going to cut him in half, I mean, Mando does give him, I think they underestimate him.
Yeah.
And that's their mistake.
That's the problem. And he's not got the hang of the Darksaber at all.
No. This is where we first start to see how difficult it really is. I mean, we did see that a bit in the Gideon fight, didn't we?
Yeah.
But it wasn't as obvious as this, where he's really struggling. He gashes his leg open with it. But he's very honourable in that he only takes out Kaba Baez.
Yeah. It's only the ones that he needs to. He's very
Yeah, does he take any of the minions out? I think he hits them.
I think he hits them, but I don't think he kills them.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, because they kind of will gather up and...
Yeah.
I think. Can't remember. Anyway, he lets the other ones off, the ones that are all out in the waiting for him.
He tells them to go and raid the desk, essentially. He's like, there's loads of credits in there. They're not mine. Go for it.
Yeah. I just wanted to call out... I'm going to refer to this a few times. The cinematography-wise... There's some really interesting framing in all of the scenes, but I really noticed it in this conversation that he has with him when he first arrives. And it's very subtle, because it is only just a conversation. And she doesn't do anything wild with the cinematographer. It's fairly traditional, but it's so beautifully, the framing, the angles and the kind of distances and the spaces and the lens choice and stuff are just all really nice. Maybe I'm looking too deep, but once I'd noticed it in this scene, I did notice it in later scenes as well, which I think she's just got a really good eye, which she would have hanging around with Ron Howard all her life.
To be fair.
Yeah.
So we've got the head. Yeah. The head of this.
Taken there, which was done very... Guy. Yeah, don't very PG wise.
Yeah.
It's put it in the bag, so
put it in
we don't have to actually see.
Doesn't he say to the crime boss, "You should put this on ice"?
Yeah,
or something like that, quite quickly.
Yeah. So after this little prologue, we get a kind of clever collage of musical themes on top of each other. Yeah. The Book of Boba theme and the Mando theme, which we knew all along would work like a dream.
Of course, Ludwig.
I presume Ludwig. He composed the two themes, and then I'm guessing Joseph Shirley put the two together. I think that's probably how it works.
Quite possibly.
Potentially. But whoever, I'm sure it was a bit of a...
combination.
Collab effort.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
It works.
Suddenly, then, we're introduced to a ring world, which we've never seen the like of in Star Wars.
Okay, tell me about this, because I was like, where are we? What is this strange, stringy space city? And
it's very weird, yeah.
It sounds incredible.
I mean, it's something that we've seen in other science fiction, like the Halo game, for instance.
Okay,
and back in the early days of, was it the Xbox? Oh, anyway. And plenty of other sci-fi stuff has got ring worlds in them, but Star Wars is a new thing. So this is called Glavis or Glavis, can't remember how you pronounce it. And I went and watched a YouTube video by Eckhart's Ladder, who's quite a cool YouTuber who breaks down Star Wars and talks about stuff. And he did a whole video about the lighting on Glavis.
The lighting is insane.
It's wild because scientifically it's really difficult to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
There must be a sun somewhere, or a star, I should say.
Yeah.
Or a sun, that's kind of lighting it. But the way areas of the ring pass from day to night,
quite quick as
confusing.
Well, by the looks of it.
Yeah. He said Eckhart had found something, I can't remember where they found it, in Lucasfilm somewhere, talking about the fact that the ring had a cutout, like a section of it missing.
Okay.
And so the starlight could sort of come through, but then that would still only work if the thing was spinning in a particular way and aligned very particularly with that sun.
Yeah, it would have to be.
Make a lot of sense. So the upshot of Eckhart's ladder video was he didn't really know. It just looks cool. It could be something to do with mirrors. There was mirror speculation because that's been a thing before.
Mirrors as well.
So, and it could just be unnatural light, somehow. I don't know, but it's really, really cool.
It looks incredible.
Even though it's like quite a thin-looking world, being as it's a ring, it still has layers of it, which I really love. Like you get overhead vehicles flying over, or repulsor lifts and things on rails and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
But then we've got this subsection which we're going to visit later.
Yeah, the underworld.
The underworld. It's not really
Undercity. I think they give it a name, but I can't remember what it is. I think in the subtitles of the issue tip that we're going to meet in a minute. And look, there was a great theme over the reveal of the ring world as we sort of saw it. It's like really like spectacular.
The queue is amazing.
Yeah, it's very majestic, which is not something we normally associate with Mando particularly.
Right. And then we get this elevator scene.
This wanna is just the most unbelievable wanna I think I've ever seen. Like, and I know they are like, people make them in films, throw them in just for fun, just to see what you can get away with. If you ever get Apple TV, there's a show on there called The Producers, I think, maybe.
Okay.
That doesn't sound right. It's a show with Seth Rogen as the main character, and it's set in Hollywood. It's really brilliant. People are now shouting at their phones. It's this show. And it's a like pastiche on Hollywood life in the world of film. He plays like a film producer. And there's one episode called The Wanna, and it's about him going on a set where they're trying to shoot a wanna, and it keeps getting ruined by him because he's such an annoying executive producer guy.
Nice.
But the joke is the whole episode is a wanna.
Yeah.
And it's it's like half an hour long or something, and it's just wildly good. I love it.
Clever.
But this is up there because it's in Star Wars, and that makes it all more impressive.
That makes it better.
So I went looking like mad last night and this morning trying to find the information that I had in my brain about this, because I've definitely heard Bryce or Favreau or somebody talking about it. I even went and watched the gallery about the making of Book of Boba Fett to find this bit, and no mention of it at all.
Okay.
So I don't know what's going on, but they did this in the volume, clearly.
Yeah.
The pre-production that must have gone into it is unimaginable.
Quite a lot, yeah.
To have all of the backgrounds, because we're constantly seeing, even when he's in the bar chatting to the crime boss, like you can still see out of the doorway the ring in the background, and life is going on in the city beyond. It's ridiculous. So he will have come up in the elevator. While he's in the elevator, we're focusing on Mando and the Cascadag character who's like eyeing him up in a slightly nervous way.
Which is a beautiful moment.
Yeah. But having them turned around meant that they could change the set from the street. I mean, it's not really a set, but they would have had to wheeled in the bar and some tables and potentially the archway into the other bar. I don't know. And then
that's a lot.
Remove it all again when he goes back down in the lift afterwards, because it goes all the way through the lift up into the room, back out again, and it's all steady cam, and it goes around the back of the table.
So good.
The timing of it all, the music, like the way the music fades in, that helps to sell it as well. Like as he's going up in the lift, you start to hear the club tune.
The music, because it's diegetic music again. Yeah.
There's people dancing in a very strange way to it. It's my favourite music cue in the episode, I think.
Oh, I had a note about the diegetic music being like lo-fi beats for Star Wars.
Yeah. There is, I mean, there's those, they are on YouTube.
Yeah, of course.
There's one with like Ahsoka sitting there at the table in the Japanese bedroom, the one with the girl writing or tapping on the it's got Ahsoka. It's very lo-fi. It's just that kind of like muffly, filtery synths, isn't it? And electronic beats, quite chill. Love it.
So good.
I just wrote capital letters how question mark, two exclamation marks about the whole thing. It just blows my mind.
The whole thing. Yeah. That's
so Mando goes in, and he sees this Ishitib, and
okay. It's happening already.
We're breaking this tradition.
Okay, go on, tell me.
I've got 2 West End Geek Girls for this episode because I couldn't decide.
Is that even allowed?
I'm changing the rules.
It's our podcast. We do what we want.
This episode is, and we're only doing 1 episode, and I'm going to try and keep them short.
Okay, cool.
So Ishitib, because it's an alien that we don't really know much about, and it was glimpsed in Jabba's palace in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
That's where the first one was seen. I can't remember what they would have named the character, if they even had an action figure for it, kind of thing. But our friend at West End Games decided to name it Ishitib. I say our friend, it could have been any one of the many people who wrote at West End Games.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a feeling it might have already been called Ishitib, but they obviously hadn't fleshed out the character.
Yeah.
But I think he's in the Galaxy Guide for Alien Races, fleshes him out. They come from Tibrin, which is a world covered by shallow ocean, which I love the specificity of that.
Nice.
It then explains that Tibrin's axis is perpendicular to its orbital plane and its orbit is almost perfectly circular. I really struggle to get with that. I don't quite know what that means. But what they say is that it has no seasonal variation.
Okay.
And the currents of the kind of briny worldwide ocean act as a sort of thermal pump, transferring solar heat around from the equatorial regions to the polar regions. So generally the whole planet is temperate and tropical, which is a lot of Star Wars worlds are like that.
Quite
they
tropical,
kind of defy all of our kind of biology and physics rules in that they just have the same climate throughout. Like Tatooine is all desert and Kamino is all water or whatever.
Yeah.
They don't tend to have a lot of variation, which is not the way that we think of how the galaxy works. So on their homeworld, Ishitibs live in cities built upon carefully cultivated coral foundations. Though they live on land, they no longer have reason to fear the sea because they have domesticated or driven off even their most ferocious predators. And now they cultivate edible seaweed in vast underwater fields, maintain huge schools of fish, bred especially as food, and harvest crustaceans and shellfish from immense underwater corrals. They strive for harmony with their aquatic environment. I love this. Their cities are not so much constructed as grown from the living coral. I think there are other Star Wars species that do this, but I really love that they do this. And because what pollutes one part of the ocean pollutes it all because of water, they utilize no technology that can foul their environment, patiently testing each scientific discovery for environmental impact before legalizing its use.
I mean, that's lovely.
Can we just start doing that, please?
That would be great.
So my takeaway from all of this, and the reason, like, that doesn't sound like what we're seeing here on Glavis. So they do go on to explain a little bit more, and I'm kind of pressing it in that because of their ecological morals, that they're kind of innate in their race from the way they live their lives. When they go out into the galaxy to like seek an employment or whatever, which is why a lot of people would leave their home planet, that does not scan with galactic corporate employers.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
So they just really struggle to live in that legit corporate thing. And so I think that's why they end up
crime bosses.
Either going home or becoming part of, a criminal underworld or whatever, like just getting lost in the world of crime because they just can't align themselves with that ecological upbringing. I don't know. It's an interesting concept.
It is interesting.
I love the thought that went into that. Obviously, when they wrote this description of the initiative, they never knew that a character was going to turn up in
Book of Boba Fett.
years' time or whatever it is. But I was just curious as to why an alien like that is doing this. Interesting. Anyway.
Because they definitely seem very crime bossy, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm using they as well because I wrote down he. No, I wrote down she.
I thought it was
but on
she.
Wikipedia, there's no name or anything, but they use he. But it felt like she. So they, maybe.
They. We'll go with they.
They don't mention, I don't think they mention anything about gender on the Ishitib description, even in the role-playing game. Yeah, that's where we get that. I'd put that on ice line.
Yeah. I'd put that on ice. My note for this bit was I'm confused, but I'm rolling with it.
Yeah. I think this is really just a way of Mando getting his information. He's trying to find the covert again, clearly. Yes. And He's just a bit lost, I think, because he's missing Grogu. And so he's doing jobs. His heart's not really in it.
Doesn't have a mission.
Yeah, he's trying to reconnect with the covert because his mission that the armor gave him is done. You know, her mission for him was to go and reunite Grogu with his people, and Mando's done that.
Yeah.
So now he can go back to his covert and kind of rebuild his Mandalorian identity, I guess.
Mandalorian hood.
Mandalorian hood. Yeah, we'll have it.
That's where I'm going with it.
Which is where he next goes. Yeah. His Mando Glitchovision TM leads him via mythosaurs that are randomly put in ultraviolet or
something.
Some like out of the range of normal vision.
Yes. So that you can see them.
Yeah, which is kind of cool.
And we're back with the armourer.
Did you notice that orchestral version of the guitar thing? You know, from season 1, the like major seventh down thing. It's like played on strings now, which is
that is cool.
Interesting. It makes it feel bigger and more Star Warsy somehow, like more familiar Star Wars. Which I think this is some of the stuff that like Bryce Dallas Howard. I don't know whether she intentionally did it or just her Star Wars instincts, but I feel like she was pushing more pure Star Wars into Mando.
Yeah, it did feel bigger score-wise.
Yeah.
It felt a lot more orchestral score-wise. I don't think I was generally paying that much attention, but I did notice that.
Yeah, it is big. There's a lot of more big, particularly in the last third of the episode.
Yeah, there's loads.
It does get very big and emotional, and the big strings and the big horns that we, very John Williams-y.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because she's also dialed down everything to very personal Mando versus the Armourer, in personalities and stuff. It's very small stories. And then him with Peli later on, it's just really like 4 people in the episode, really. It's very minimal. But that's what Bryce Dallas Howard does best. She's really good at that kind of thing.
That's cool.
But yeah, we find the armourer kneeling.
We get a little bit of lore.
Yeah.
Tiny bit of Mandalorian lore.
A whole load of Mandalorian lore. I think this is the most Mando lore we've ever caught.
It's a lot in one go.
It really is. He gets cured by Paz, and then we've got this kind of underlying background threat of Paz, who is not having it at all. He's really skeptical of Mando as much as he was on Navarro.
He's kind of always been a bit like that, hasn't he? But he's done whatever the armorer's told him to do.
And he kind of continues to do that, but he is still
slight malicious compliance.
yeah, I think so. And he's pushing it. He definitely is pushing it. I think as soon as he sees the Darksaber, which is made by one of his ancestors and has a lot more. We don't know who the armourer is. We don't know what family the armourer comes from.
No.
But presumably she's not from House Vizsla because she would have reacted in a similar way to Paz, I think.
But she's also really chill as she's not. She's a cult leader, but she's also
she's measured.
She's more measured. Yeah, that's it. That's the word. Measured.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like her measuredness can come across as chillness because she never raises her voice or moves quickly or does anything. I mean, she does a bit when she's training him in a bit, but yeah. I like how they kind of scattered this lore throughout this sequence because a few things happen. Like he gets healed, then he fights with the armourer to practice with the Darksaber, then he has a duel with Paz Vizsla.
Yeah.
So there are these little things, and they don't just do the lore in one block.
In one block, no.
It's kind of given throughout, which is kind of cool.
And some of it is the kind of classic armourer flashback.
Yes,
She's talking about Bo-Katan as she's forging.
Yeah.
So that's where that lore
Bo-Katan is a cautionary tale, she says, which is quite true. Like, I think this is all basically catching people up who haven't watched Rebels.
Okay.
Because it's Rebels where we see the turning point that Paz is so upset about when he's like, she should never have had the Darksaber. She should have been
given it,
She was given it, kind of thing. And I guess this is catching people up on that because we know we're going to go back for more Bo-Katan in the future and we need to be a bit more clued up as to the Darksaber and the rules of it and everything else.
It's very folklore, though. I've heard this story lots and lots of times.
About like something that you need to...
Of like, must be won via battle, must be, there's swords and wands and whatever else. It's all the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
it's that same folklore. Transcends all sorts of stories.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's just they all mean stuff to us.
Yeah.
Whether they're just ingrained in our DNA or just through storytelling or whatever. But I guess it's that familiarity thing, isn't it? That we connect to stories through familiarity. And it's a balancing act, telling a good story to give some familiarity, something for the audience to cling on to, while also challenging them as we are constantly challenged.
I wonder if there's a way out with the Darksaber. Like, whenever I've heard this story before, there's always been a way of like, well, people will do this the bloodshed way, but there's also a non-bloodshed way.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know if they mentioned it in this episode or where it gets mentioned. You don't have to kill the person.
Yeah. Well, Mando didn't.
Yeah, he just took it from Gideon, when he'd sort of...
He just overpowered him. And the same, he doesn't kill Paz either.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah. I think there's more to learn. I think we do learn a bit more in season 3.
Okay. I still haven't seen it.
It's coming soon. Very, very soon.
I know, but I've got to binge watch it before we get there.
Paz is gutted that Mando didn't kill Gideon.
Yes.
The blood of millions of our kind is on his hands.
Yeah. But then that's into revenge, and that's different again, isn't it? That's the whole...
Yeah. And there's skepticism about the New Republic, because Mando's trying to say, well, he's going to do his time. And you can almost see the armor's eyes rolling at this.
Yeah.
Like, she does not believe the New Republic is going to give justice to Gideon.
No.
We get this amazing foreshadowing, maybe,
Ooh.
The song of eons past, foretold of the mythosaur rising up to herald a new age of Mandalore. Sadly, it only exists in legends. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, right, whatever. Yeah. Absolutely not. Something's going to happen.
There's some more stuff about Children of the Watch, and we learn that they were on the moon of Concordia, and that's how they survived. That's why the armor is still alive.
Because she's talking about this, we've got this really emotive music cues happening. We've got all of that talk about where they were for the Night of the Thousand Tears and all of that.
Yeah.
And all of that sequence. It kind of made me understand why she's quite as fanatical and they are as culty as they are by that point, because they're very much like, they've had their beliefs confirmed by what happened on Mandalore, basically. So now they've doubled down on the fanaticism.
100%.
Yeah, that's quite interesting.
Which makes sense. I think they then must be... I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that they're a kind of splinter group of Death Watch, which were the original... When Mandalore was being peacefully ruled by Satine, Bo-Katan's sister.
Yeah.
And this kind of breakaway gang, including Bo-Katan, who wanted to go back to their warrior ways.
Right.
So, they were kind of proved right that they should have remained, potentially, a warrior race and been able to fight back. But, I mean, how they would have fought back against the might of the Empire.
Sure.
I mean, it's absolutely brutal, the amount of TIE bombers. And we see the domed city of Sindari exploding, those KX droids just... And the Viper probe droid thing.
Yeah, it's a lot in a very short space of time.
Yeah.
What a flashback.
Yeah, the name The Night of the Thousand Tears is not an understatement by any means.
No. So.
She makes something for Grogu.
She does. We get
out of the spear, which is really nice.
We get this lovely little tinkling of the little rings for making chainmail.
Tiny ring mail.
And the package that she gives him looks like Grogu, and it's very cute.
Yeah. I think that was like a nice little touch. She's got a big heart.
Yeah. But then almost instantly, we're dueling.
Yeah, she's teaching him to use the Darksaber.
Yeah.
And counting in Mandalorian. Solus, Tad, and however you pronounce it. Emily Swallow kills it.
Yeah.
As always.
She's great.
He's really struggling.
Yes.
And then they agree to have a duel with Paz because Paz has taken his claim.
He's taken his claim.
Kind of rightfully so. If he doesn't believe that Mando's taken it in the way that he thinks it should be taken.
Yeah, well, it seems like he believes more of the bloodshed theory.
Yeah, which tracks, I think, with his...
Yeah, with him as a person.
Yeah.
But I kind of... It's interesting. This duel has got the best sound design.
Right.
So far. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
great. Everything sounds amazing. Not quite as cartoony as the rest of the Book of Boba Fett fights have been, but still
it's a bit more real, isn't it?
It's a bit more real, but it's still very great. But this is one of the points where there's I don't know whether it's sound design or a music cue going on, but it's just cool. It sounds good.
Oh, I'll need to rewatch it again because I didn't
clock
all
that.
This.
Oh, that was great.
Gosh.
That was my favourite bit.
Love it.
I loved it. One of my favourite bits.
Oh, yeah.
But I also noted that they took him in quite quickly.
Yeah.
Your quest is over. You're now back with us.
Yep.
And then they booted him out quite quickly as well.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think the messy fight and the kind of tension behind the fight and the messy way the fight resolves.
Yes.
And then I don't know if the armourer knew, like, did she suspect that Din's taken his helmet off? Like, was she just sort of coming to Paz Vizsla's aid? Because at the end of the day, Paz Vizsla has been completely loyal to her and stayed with her.
Yeah.
It's interesting. But yeah. Oh, then you're a Mandalorian no more.
She boots him out very fast. It sets up this, he's not quite a Mandalorian, but Grogu's not quite a Jedi. It's very setting up a group of the two of us kind of deal.
Mando had just got himself to a place where he's like, right, now I know what I'm doing again. And now he's like, all right, now I've got to go and bathe in the waters of the mines of Mandalore, which is on an inhospitable planet. It's going to be tricky.
And she's like, yep, bye. Not in so many words.
This is the way. This is the way becomes a really annoying phrase. Yeah. Like, it has so many, it's like agreement, but it's also like unlucky.
Sure. Yeah, I kind of said there now it's setting up not quite Mandalorian, not quite Jedi, but some secret third thing.
I like that. The both of them are like in between, their personalities, their identities are in question,
Which is very good omens, if you ask me.
Really good. I like it.
It's very good omens.
Yeah. That's very true, actually, yeah. It also, is setting up season 3 and really like where season 3 gets to and where this film might take us. We don't really know.
Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun.
So
he takes flight 1020 non-stop to Tatooine.
Okay, I actually wrote the weapon shedding might be my favourite music cue.
So funny. It's like a bossa nova. Yeah. And we also had in between, we had a very weak version of the theme with tragic strings as he walks away, hobbles away, still not walking very well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's been a whole sequence of completely different musical styles. Yeah, this is cheesy bossa nova drum machine.
I love it. And it's just hilarious watching him shed all his weapons as well.
Yeah. It's a classic trope. I love it. Yeah, it's an RX droid, which I think originally was experienced in Star Tours, which is part of Disneyland, like the kind of Star Wars experience in the Disney parks.
Okay.
And has also been featured in Rebels as well. Yeah. And similarly, anybody who's been to Star Tours in the parks, will immediately have been like, oh, I've seen that droid.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
That's cool.
I noticed that when he lands on Tatooine and he's getting his weapons back, that the voice of the droid has a glitch, like Dio from Rise of Skywalker.
Sounds like B from Andor.
Oh, yeah. It's these kind of droids with dodgy, speaking algorithms.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. I think it's just any droid that's got a vocal circuit can have this malfunction.
Can end up with a stutter. Yeah.
Because we've now got the little wheelie droid from Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
B2, is that his name? From Andor.
Yeah.
And this droid, they've all got the same glitch.
Yeah.
It's probably quite realistic. Bad AI,
Yeah.
Failing AI.
So we have a little moment on the Starliner with this kid.
Love it.
I was literally doing this in a cafe the other day. I'm very distracting to toddlers, apparently. So his parents were trying to have this meal and their kid just wouldn't stop staring over at me and I was pulling faces when they weren't looking.
Amazing. I noticed in the artwork in the closing credits that it was a human kid in the original design.
Was it?
And there was a Rhodian sitting in front, but not
Not a Rodian child.
I think it was a human child. I think that's what it looked like anyway. Okay. But I love that they made it a Rodian child. It just felt so much more Star Wars. Again, Bryce Dallas Howard was probably like, no, we're having a Rodian because it's great. Star Wars.
I love it. Do we get a snippet of Grogu's theme as well when he's having a little look at the package?
I think so, yeah. There's some like little flute music. It's definitely Grogu instrumentation. Whether it's the theme, maybe it probably is. I couldn't really tell.
No.
In the background, when he lands in Mos Eisley, there's another one of these long archways. I noticed this is completely irrelevant, but it's like the one that was on Corvus, like the entrance to the city where Morgan Elsbeth was.
Yes.
Where Ahsoka was. There's that like entrance to the city with the kind of low hanging, it's very Japanese architecture looking thing. And there's also one at Nema Outpost in The Force Awakens.
I've literally just edited this bit of that episode.
Oh, wow. Then you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Well, in the deep background, and I don't know if I've seen one in Mos Eisley before. Maybe. But anyway, we're always seeing different bits of Mos Eisley. So.
Yeah. We get a creature shot.
Yes.
But it's a droid that's carried off by a Womp Rat.
We finally see a Womp Rat. I have a feeling they might have been in computer games before now, but this, I think, is its first live-action debut. We only get a glimpse.
Yeah.
There's droid after droid after droid. I mean, I screamed. There's a little droid called a BD droid, which walks on two legs. It's very short, and it helps Mando a bit later on.
Yeah.
If you played the Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor computer game series, you play Cal Kestis, who's like a Jedi survivor of Order 66.
Yeah.
And he carries his BD unit around on his back. And BD is forever jumping down and helping and shining holograms. And like that scene later on when Mando's asking him to show him where to put the panel.
And he shines a hologram up
it's
there. Yeah.
literally like a scene from Jedi. Like, I think that's the bit that breaks me every time.
Right.
Because it's like that. I've played that. Oh my God, that is my droid. Oh my God. You get so attached to that droid through the whole game.
Okay.
It's amazing. Such a brilliant touch. Because I think, okay, getting to the point of like why this episode gets me, apart from all the amazing Mandalorian lore stuff, which I love, although that is, to me, that's only one part of Star Wars. It's like one kind of micro part of a much bigger picture of what Star Wars is. This whole sequence with Peli, I mean, I know it's Easter eggs and I know it's fan service, but it weaves in so many bits from so many different bits of Star Wars into one kind of sequence, one location, if you like. It's not just one scene, but it kind of is like one long scene, if you like.
Yeah.
There's loads of prequel love in it. Loads of prequel love. Like the fact that it's an M1 starfighter.
Yeah.
We've got the pit droids as well. But then we've got a Treadwell droid, which is Luke's droid from the Lars Homestead. Yeah. We've got a Womp Rat. We've got R5D4.
Yeah.
Another one! We got to have R5D4. I looked in the Galaxy Guide, A New Hope source book.
Okay. Of course.
The first sort of like post initial release of the role-playing game, they brought out these Galaxy Guides, and 3 of the Galaxy Guides were one for each of the original trilogy, because that's all we had at the time.
Right.
So there's a New Hope one, there's an Empire one, and it's very specific that, you know, the particular characters and particular aliens and particular places and all of that. So they mention R5D4, because this is the very same R5D4 that had a bad motivator.
Yeah.
So the 5 series of R units were produced in the initial boom, each supposedly better than the previous release. So like R1s, R2s, R3s, R4s. In the long run, however, it was the R2 series that won long-lasting acceptance for reliability, durability, and sheer workmanship. I'm not sure that's remained canon, but I quite like it. Boost R2, why not?
Yeah, sure.
But that doesn't mean the other droids didn't try, though. One of the last droids produced in this now discontinued R5 series was a small red astromech called R5D4. Determined to prove the critics wrong, R5, or Red, worked as hard as its servo motors would allow to make its owners proud.
Aww.
But even the most willing droid can rarely rise above its programming and hardware capabilities. The little droid bounced from master to master, eventually winding up in the Outer Rim territories, serving whoever had enough credits to make the purchase. Dejected and envious of the more popular series, especially the R2s, Red became cranky, bitter, and spiteful, which are not desired traits aboard cramped spacecraft. The poor droid's lot in life reached an all-time low when he was acquired by a group of Jawas on the desert planet Tatooine. During his time, however, Red was fortunate enough to witness the initial seeds of the galaxy's new hope, in quotes. In many ways, the events that occurred while the droid was aboard the Jawa Sandcrawler have served to brighten his outlook considerably by making Red feel as though he finally performed a needed and useful service.
Aww.
And from the glimpses we've seen in Mando and Book of Boba Fett, like, I really want to know what happened in between
what happened to
the
Red?
last homestead scene when his motivator broke. Who fixed him? What has he been up to ever since? You can still see he's a bit cranky. Like, he's got a mood about him, which I love. There's also the From a Certain Point of View books that's been written, the short story books of each of the trilogy movies. There's one about R5D4, obviously, in the New Hope one. And it reframes the whole scene where R2 persuaded him to pretend to break his motivator, or to actually break his motivator.
Okay.
So, and R5 was like, he did not want to do this because it meant staying with the Jawas when he wanted to be sold to a nice farmstead somewhere.
Yeah.
But he did it because he understood from R2 that this is very important work. R2 has to make this escape and go to Luke and to find Obi-Wan.
Oh, wow.
And all of that kind of ties in with the role-playing game stuff. Like, this is super early lore from the role-playing game. And I feel like the way they brought R5 back in, kind of, it does feel like it's continuous with this description from way back in 1990 or whatever it was.
That suggests then that there is nature and nurture going on within droid programming.
I think so.
Yeah. Which we've kind of touched about before.
Yeah, we have. Really early on, we started tracking droid behavior.
Yeah.
And this whole sequence in Peli's docking bay is full of examples of this. And I'm guessing Peli probably doesn't do regular memory wipes because we've discussed about how it's often down to memory wipes.
Yeah, whether they develop a personality or not.
Yeah. If they don't wipe them every week, they're going to start to learn and start to develop, like AI personalities. And I think that's what's going on in all of these droids that have become characters. I mean, R5 is not like a big character, but we all know and love him now.
Yeah.
I'm so glad he's back in the Mandoverse, and it's great to see him thriving.
Yeah.
Just
thinking about B in Andor as well, because he's so emotional. He's such an emotional little droid.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and there's no way that his memory was being wiped.
No. Yeah, and he's incredibly motivated by emotions as well, in a way that not many droids, we don't see that often, I guess.
Yeah, and although we don't see Marva interacting with him very much, I feel like Marva would have encouraged his personality. Like, she's a real, her belief in the rebellion and everything, like, shows how she's all about the individual and about personality.
We'll talk about that when we get to it. When we get there. I was delighted to see a Naboo starfighter.
Oh my gosh.
That was lush.
Even that, like, I think the reveal was a bit anticlimactic. Like, she's trying to pull the sheets off of it.
It's not working.
It's just like, he's not having it.
It looks bad.
It's about as far from the Razor Crest that he was hoping for. Right, I've got a question.
Okay.
Was the fact that she didn't seem to know why he was there, and she obviously, like, kind of, oh, right, yeah, of course, I've got you a ship.
Yeah.
Was it Fennec pretending to be Peli, sending Mando a message to lure him to Tatooine? Because Fennec knew he was coming.
Yes.
She was going to get him. He may not have come for anything. What is the one thing that he would want? A new Razor Crest.
Yeah.
So let's fake a message from the docking bay where he left his ship before, saying that I've got your Razor Crest.
And then Peli's just bluffing.
Yeah, which Peli, everything she says is a bluff.
It's a bluff, yeah.
It's totally in character for her to do that. Because when he's, otherwise, what would be the point of him saying, I got your message, where's this ship?
And her being
saying,
like,
what message? Yeah, I couldn't.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's a good solid reason for that. My reading of it instantly was Peli's done what I so often do and just completely forgotten that she had that conversation.
Could well have been, yeah.
But your way makes more sense.
I only thought of it when I saw Fennec jumping down off the whatever it was she was sitting on.
Yeah.
It was like she knew when to come and where to come.
Yeah.
Otherwise, how would that have happened?
Yeah.
And there was no like Mando saying, I got a message from Fennec.
No.
He just
said
like,
Peli.
Yeah. Either way, she has got a ship for him, and
yes,
she's got a lot of persuading to do.
It is a cool ship. So we get this amazing montage then of them basically rebuilding it.
This is the bit that breaks me. The music throughout the montage, like it builds and builds.
Yeah.
Peli, I'm sure she's got script, like, because she doesn't know all of these like technical names, but she's also ad-libbing like a trooper because she's an amazing improv actress. But like all of the technical jargon, they're not afraid to run from the technical jargon. Turbonic Venturi Power Simulator.
I know. I zoned out in the way that I zone out when people talk about, I don't know, fixing cars. Jessica's going to hate me for that one.
Sorry, Jess.
I'm so sorry, Jessica.
But I know what you mean. Like, I think my Star Wars is Twitch, probably role-playing game-wise, I think, because the role-playing books are all about that detail.
Yeah, sure.
Like, there's a certain Star Wars fan, of which I am wholeheartedly one of, I'll raise my hand, that love all that geeky detail. But it's planted for either.
Yes.
You know, it's like... they know a lot of people are just going to be like, yeah, whatever. Let's just get to the point. And then there's going to be people like me who are like, hold on a minute, pause on the subtitle because I need to know what that was.
I need to know exactly what that thing is. Yeah, that's fair. I glaze over quite easily. But I loved it. It was purposefully done.
I think the purpose is her and Mando bonding and her like feeding Mando, you know, making him be enthusiastic to the point where he starts saying, okay, we want this, and that. Like he gets her to bring the Jawas in so that he can reel off his list of like power mods that he wants to put on the ship to make it go faster. And she's then going like, yeah, whatever you want, I'll make it. I'll fit it on somehow. Yeah. Don't worry about the sizes and all of that.
So good.
The montage just, I wish I could go back and watch it like I did the very first time, but even last night, which was probably my fifth viewing, I was still, I don't know, just every new little detail brought so much warmth from the BD unit using the hologram to show him where to put the thing, from the Jawas bringing in the cryogenic density combustion booster.
Gutsy little fellas.
Which is the little stick thing from the trash compactor that Han Solo's holding to stop the walls closing. Like all of those, it's just one thing after another. I mean, we're already reeling from the N1, like just the concept of the N1 and seeing an N1 like go from skeleton. This is what my dad said last night. He was like, they actually built this thing while they're shooting the scene. Yeah. And if you go and look at the behind the scenes, it is a set of the thing. I mean, it's in the volume, I think. Actually, I'm not even sure if it's in the volume. But they're building this N1 while they're making the montage. Is unbelievable.
It is so cool.
There's some clips of Doug Chang, who was, you know, he's like one of the main visual guys at Lucasfilm and has been since the prequels. And I think he designed the N1 Starfighter. And there's a beautiful clip of him in behind the scenes sitting in it because like he probably never got the chance to do that. And particularly doing it in the volume where they can just like project Starfield behind you as they did in this, you know, episode. Like we see Mando flying it. There's a gonk droid.
There's a gonk droid. There is a gonk droid.
Doing its job. We never see them actually doing its job. It's powering up the ship. Peli says, I'm a local gal, which is a direct quote, well, not a direct quote, almost direct quote from the pod race commentator in Phantom Menace. Anakin Skywalker, a local boy or something, said in almost the same accent.
Yeah.
It's just Easter egg after Easter egg from all different eras, and your heart is just glowing. Loved it so much.
I love that there's a little, like, when the Jawas bring in whatever it is they bring in.
The cryogenic density combustion booster.
Thank you. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to say it again, really.
Thank you.
Yeah, when they bring that in, we get a little bit of Peli speaking Jawas for a bit, which is great.
She's so good at it. Like it just sounds like Jawas. I'm like, oh, did she do the original Jawa voices?
Yeah. What's happening? But then she's like, oh yeah, they stole it off a Pike Spice Runner.
that feeds us back into the Boba Fett story, which we've all forgotten about. Yeah, we are. I love that. She says these critters could find a scud in a krill pond.
Yes.
Which even that, we've heard the scud pie thing before she used that line and somebody else used that line.
Yeah.
And then the krill pond is a callback to Bryce Dallas Howard's episode in Mando season 1.
What is it? Do we still know what scud is yet?
No, it's not explained on Wikipedia anyway. I can't find
it. As this is an audio medium, I feel like I just have to let everyone know how wildly the gesticulations got in the enthusiasm.
It was going to happen.
It was going to happen.
If it was going to happen ever, this is the time. Just before I came up to record this evening, my mum was like, poor Seah. Because Mum has watched that episode with me probably, as I say, about 5 times. And after every episode, I'm like fighting back the tears and trying to express to my dumbfounded parents why this thing does something to me that I can't explain.
It's all right, we've got a bigger audience now.
Yeah. Somebody out there, one of our listeners, please, do you feel me on this? Is this not prime Star Wars TV? Oh, great. Right, I had to look this up. A wart rooster. You remember last time or a couple of times ago we did wart as a West End Geek Girls, the little frog creature. So this dinosaur cockerel thing is called a wart rooster. It crows the morning.
I literally just said rooster monster.
Yeah. I was quite happy to do that, but I thought I know it's going to have a name. And I can't see how it relates to the frog, but they obviously, whether they got the name Wart from the role-playing game from the frog creature and decided to reallocate it, or whether they're implying it's related to the frog thing.
Yeah, somehow.
Because maybe they're both
Makes a perfect reptilian. Rooster noise, though, funnily enough.
It does, yeah.
Which I was like, come on.
I'm speculating that was Favreau.
You can sound design that. Stick it through a phaser or something, I don't know.
All of these shots, like the pit droid wheeling the ship out, again, this cinematography, all of the depth of field that she uses, the lens choices, it's so good. There's a lot of reveals throughout the episode in all the different segments, and every reveal is just handled so beautifully. Peli, I'll tell you what, another thing, apart from Bryce Dallas Howard, and we are a Sisters of the Force podcast, we are shouting out the women in Star Wars, and I will shout Bryce Dallas Howard till the day I die. But Amy Sedaris, who is not somebody you would typically associate with fantasy, sci-fi, whatever you want to call Star Wars.
No.
She brought so much to this episode.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Apart from all the techno gobbledygook, her relationship with the droids, her relationship with the Jawas, the way she's kind of goading Mando into being interested in the ship in the first place, to this point where she just makes me cry, the way she's surreptitiously watching him as he's perusing he's walking around it, and she's watching him, knowing he's fallen in love with it. And her pride in that is just so good. Okay, I'm tearing up now. Amy Sedaris, man, she's so good.
She is really good.
She better be in the film. Good. I speculate there's a line she says earlier on in, I think it's in the montage or near the end. He says, I didn't write down who says it, but I think it's him saying it. You get me a Razor Crest, you can have it right back. So that hasn't happened yet, but we've seen the trailer of Mandalorian and Grogu, and he's flying a Razor Crest. So he's got a new Razor Crest.
Yeah.
Are we going to get Peli finding him a Razor Crest after all? And it's painted yellow, there's some yellow marks on it, which is what they've taken off of this N1, because the N1 was originally a yellow.
Naboo Starfighter, they're normally, Oh, interesting.
So many layers.
So many layers.
I'm still trying to look for cool foreshadowing for the film.
So I love the Naboo Starfighter, and I love that he loves it, and I love this whole I love the building it and the taking it out for a spin.
Oh my God, yeah.
But practicality,
Razor Crest. It's not great for...
Razor Crest kind of wins. Because
my dad said exactly the same thing. He's like, well,
where's he going to sleep?
Room. Yeah.
Where's he going to put his things?
Where are the carbonite blocks of his bounties going to go?
Yeah, exactly. It's not practical. Come on, Peli.
The symbolism is, though, he doesn't care about that life anymore. She knows.
Yeah, that's true.
Even though he hasn't got Grogu with him,
she builds a Grogu hatch.
She's got the Grogu hatch ready to go. She knows Mando better than he knows himself.
Yeah.
And it was never going to be forever. And that line, I think, foreshadowed the fact that we were going to get this starfighter for a season and we're going to love it. And it's super cool. And that it is worth having just for this sequence. Like the run through Beggar's Canyon.
Yes.
Oh my God. The camera work, like the camera shake is different. I swear. Like I know we have the camera shake thing on ships and we get that a lot in Star Wars to get that kind of visceral kinetic energy of movement of ships and technology. But something about it, maybe it's the way they're doing it in the volume and that it's so real because they are actually moving in this thing. And I mean, they're not flying obviously, but they're like being able to shake and rock around a bit while the background is there with the star feel. I don't know. It's just very visceral and realistic, I thought. The little wave to the kid on the transport.
When they go up. Do we know what a gonk scomp jack is?
Okay, yeah, that line, which we both picked.
I need to talk about this line.
Gonk is another name for a power droid.
Yeah.
Scomp link, as we learn in Jedi Fallen Order and probably various other computer games, is the connection that droids make when they hook up to a computer.
Okay.
So in Fallen Order, I mentioned that Cal Kestis, the character you're playing, carries around his BD unit on his back.
Yes.
And every time they get to a computer terminal somewhere, BD jumps off and then connects and like has a scomp link. And they talk about the scomp link. The kind of background chatter that you hear Cal talking to the droid is like plug into the scomp link. So the scomp jack is the little connector. The connector. Yeah.
Like
so obviously,
excellent.
Gonk droids have really smooth connections to the things that they connect to. And if that's not the most valuable piece of Star Wars lore you've ever heard, I don't know what is. Why are we even doing this podcast?
Oh my God. So funny.
So, sorry, I'm not going to keep going down this rabbit hole too. I've already waffled way too much and gesticulated way too wildly. Let's get on with the story.
My next notes are a bit confusing. Trying to read my own hieroglyphs that I scribbled at this point. Also, was writing in pen, which I don't like to do. I like pencils. I wrote another creature. I think this is in Beggar's Canyon. I think we've got a creature shot. Just a flyby creature shot. And then we get a new theme, which I assume is the ship's theme at this point. Yeah.
I think you must be right.
Yeah.
I'd written that the music comes in as he goes up into the atmos. So it's all sound design. It's all very pod racery while he's whizzing over the surface. Mm-hmm. But as he goes up into space, that's where the music swells. And I think you're right. I think it's like N1 the theme.
Yeah.
Let's track it.
Okay.
We'll track the M1 theme. I need to listen to it again.
I can't remember either. It was very early this morning that I watched it, to be fair.
So he's up in space. He's waved to the little kid, which is the most beautiful circular storytelling ever. Whether that was in the script or whether that was a directorial thing, I don't know, but it's brilliant.
Also, they can't have spent that much time on Tatooine if they're on a ship.
They came and went,
They came and went really fast.
Maybe they came to see their Uncle Greedo.
Oh, yeah, and then he's not there.
Turns out, Han shot first.
Oh, no. Dark.
So they just went on back to...
They just left. They've gone
where
home.
They came from.
But he's instantly pulled
Beeps.
over. Yeah.
Dank Ferrick. Is Carson Taver and Reed, who I don't know if we got his name, but I looked him up.
A police car cut me up today and then pulled over a van in front of me. I was like, excuse me.
It's a sign.
Yeah, weird.
Did he ask you to transmit a beacon?
It was an unmarked car.
An unmarked one?
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing? You've just cut me off at a roundabout. And then it pulled over the van in front and I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, it didn't pull you over? Oh, that's okay then.
No, I drove around him. I nearly ran him over, actually. That was bad. Don't admit that.
That sounds like drama.
It was.
Drama in the city.
Just driving through St. Werburgh's. Anyway, so we've got the X-Wing police have shown up.
Yeah, this guy Reed, the second pilot, who does most of the talking. Max Lloyd Jones, if that's got to be a Welsh guy. I don't know.
Sounds pretty Welsh.
That's a very Welsh surname, Lloyd Jones. He is the guy that doubled up as Luke in the season 2 finale of Mando.
Oh, okay.
So he was the one on set with, dots on his face and what have you.
Oh, wow.
It does mean they can't use him now to play Luke because obviously they can recast Luke at some point. And people were saying we could just have him because he does look a bit like Luke. Yeah. So he does a lot of the talking. He's trying to get Mando to transmit. Mando does all the right things. He's a very good citizen. Transmits his beacon. He explains the discrepancies. Because they've just literally modded the ship. And he does that really honest thing of like, we were just taking it out for a trial. I will get it sorted.
We'll let him off with a warning. But
but Carson is going to start asking him some dot connecting questions, which I love Carson Tova. He's going to be in the film. There's no doubt in my mind about that. I think the film has got some of this connections of like what Carson Tova thinks is going on in the Outer Rim and what may actually be going on. You know, it's all of that stuff that we're going to see a bit of in season 3 as well of Mando. But Mando's not really up for this conversation.
No.
He presses the button that was set up just before the montage, I think, when Peli shows him the button, the thruster button, which is classics.
Great.
I heard them talking about American Graffiti, Lucas's first big feature, which Ron Howard was in.
Okay.
Presumably this is before Bryce was born, I should think. She will have watched it many, many times. And it's all about like cars and cruising.
Speed chases.
Yeah.
He's instantly gone.
Yeah, he presses the button. It's so good. Reed is like, did he just jump to light speed? He's like, no, that's just an M1 thruster. And this is before the Jawas got all of the bits. Well, I don't know, maybe the Jawas did get all the bits that Mando was asking for.
Yeah, I think they did. I think it was implied that they did it all in that montage.
Right, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, the passage of time. They did it all overnight. I think it was one night of hard work.
Yeah.
Peli says, how was it?
Wizard.
I had to record that bit and then use Spectral layers in Cubase to strip out the music so that we can have just Pedro on his own.
Wizard.
I'm going to be using that
on the soundboard forever now. Excellent. Wonderful.
Yeah. We're building a collection of annoying.
We've got quite a collection.
I mean, I think I just burst into hysterics at this point because it's
silly.
It wraps the Phantom Menace callbacks up in a little bow and says, there you go, you don't need to watch any more Star Wars.
Yeah,
it's all
done.
Here.
And then Fennec.
Yeah, just a little Fennec epilogue. A Fennec epilogue.
Fennec epilogue.
A Fen-epilogue.
Fen-epilogue.
Before we started recording, we did say we were quite loopy already. I don't think either of us got much sleep last night. But
I don't think we did.
Don't let Branwen loose on this episode at any time, let alone when she's really tired.
Not much sleep. Oh dear, what a time. Yeah, she just appears.
She's done some parkour again, I'm guessing.
She's
just her thing.
Peli says something about one of you being deprogrammed to the droids because they keep making mistakes.
Yeah, because she had got them to lock her out or something.
Yeah,
I think that was the implication.
That's what she said.
Yeah, and she Fennec like asks Mando if he wants a job, and he says, "Tell him it's on the house."
On the house.
Love it.
Yeah.
What a ride!
what a ride!
If I could only ever watch one more thing ever for the rest of my life, it would be this episode.
Interesting.
But I get that, it's not everybody's cup of tea.
Yeah. It's a great episode.
I think it's popular in the Star Wars community because it's got a little bit of something for everyone.
Yeah. Loads of stuff going on.
And I guess it points to the fact that I just love such a broad spectrum of what Star Wars is.
Yeah.
I know there are some fans that prefer stuff about this and there are some fans that prefer stuff about that because there are all these different things. And like we're fed all these, particularly since Disney brought us all these TV shows, they're all different styles aimed at different audiences and so on. But I'm one of those, I think, probably many Star Wars fans that just laps it all up and loves it all for all the different reasons.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's all part of one big thing. And I just feel like this episode had a bit of everything. It had speed, starfighters, it had Mandalorian lore. It didn't have Jedi, but it did have the Darksaber. So we had some sort of saber combat.
It's kind of talking about Jedis a little bit as well. That was mentioned.
Yeah, Jedi were mentioned.
It was mentioned.
Yeah. And there was much implication of Jedi from things like the Jedi Fallen Order Easter eggs.
Yeah.
And the Anakin Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Just seeing Beggs Canyon is like both Luke and Anakin are sort of caught up in those things. So it's got things from all eras and all parts of Star Wars, and I think that's why I love it. You don't see many episodes that have that density of things
of everything,
while seeming like quite a simple story of, like we said, 4 characters pretty much.
Yeah.
And a bunch of droids.
non-speaking droids, apart from the ones on the Starliner.
Yeah. None of Peli's droids speak, do they? They all just bleep or gonk or chatter.
Oh my gosh. What a ride.
Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed me just spilling my heart out on the podcast. I've had a whale of a time. Thanks for listening.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah. We will be back next week for the wrap-up of the Book of Boba Fett.
Oh my God.
We've got a guest.
We've got a guest. Oh my goodness.
I cannot wait. And it's a new guest. It's not a returning guest.
Quite exciting.
I'm so excited. Get ready because she's going to be coming back.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
You're going to struggle to get any sense out of me next week, I think, because, well, I don't know. We'll have to see if we can medicate both of us to the right extent.
Oh, that's so funny.
We quite often communicate non-verbally, so, you know.
That's cool.
That's great for an audio medium, isn't it?
I'll be coaxing dialogue out of you. Honestly, I'm so excited. I'm really excited.
It's going to be very funny.
And listener, you should be too, because it's going to be a good one. So we're going to wrap this up, and then after that, we're going into Mando season 3.
Oh my God, I've got so much catching up to do. I need to finish Stranger Things. This is ridiculous.
Oof, too many things to watch.
Too many things. And a book to read.
I know the feeling. We've only got to do one episode a week, though.
Yes,
from
that's true.
Mando season 3. We're going to do one episode per week so that we can get into the details.
Yeah.
And also talk about the various things that we're going to see along the way, hopefully, in terms of marketing.
Exciting.
Although, fair warning, we're not a real-time podcast, so...
No, we're 5 weeks
ahead of you. Things we're talking about you saw some time ago.
Yeah.
But we will still discuss those things, because they're part of the lead-up to the film.
Sure.
Anyway, as always, follow us
on stuff.
Follow us on the things. You know
follow
where we
us
are.
On the things. Instagram, Blue Sky, YouTube, Facebook.
Yeah.
There we go.
Those are the things. I think that's it so far.
Those are the things. Wonderful.
I think Insta is probably the most one.
That's the one where you've got half a chance of finding me.
Yeah, this is true. I'm lurking around on the other ones most days. So yeah, come and say hi to us.
Excellent.
Let us know. Did you enjoy this episode, listener?
Yeah, we
Did you
know.
like Return of the Mandalorian, or did you think, what the heck is this doing in the
What's going on in the Book of Boba Fett?
But if you did enjoy it, what bits did you like the most? Which of the little nuggets of all of the things did you love the most? I'm really intrigued to hear what other people thought.
Yeah.
Until then.
See you later.
Bye.